Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your motivational speaker, trainer and head coach from Live, Love, Give. And today's message is one that's coming to you from a lot of emotional drain because I've just had some massive growth in my life and particularly today. And you guys out there who are into your personal development know that when we tackle a beast that we didn't know existed, it can be really emotionally draining. So bear with me. I might be seeming a little lack of energy today, but I'm on the right path and I've had some major breakthroughs and I'm excited for where it's going. But yeah, it is kind of draining right now. And today's message is all about stop waiting, stop avoiding, step up, be your own leader. And ultimately, it's about taking off your rose-colored glasses so that you can reach your true potential and take down the walls that you didn't even know existed. And I'm emotionally drained right now because I've actually just uncovered my deepest fear. And I thought I knew what that was, but actually now I really know the true feeling of facing what you really fear, like what scares you the most in life. And I'm getting emotional even talking about this because it was like this complete awakening that I had today. And the reason why it came up was I've been getting these kind of recurring dreams, and I'm not someone who really reads too much into dreams. Usually my experience of dreams has been whatever. It's always interesting to sort of backtrack and figure out, what was I thinking or talking about or really analyzing just before I went to sleep. And usually I can see how the pattern of what I was dreaming comes into play. But I've been having these really weird dreams like the last few nights, and I don't know, there was just this, they were all different, but there was this kind of common underlying theme and feeling to these dreams. And it just so happened that a friend of mine is reading a book, and I'm sorry guys, I don't have the name of this book for you right now. I didn't know what I was going to really talk about and how much I was going to share right now with you, but I will share in the comments afterwards the title of the book for anybody who's interested. But ultimately it goes into explaining these different archetypes, and anyway, because he's learning about all of those things and sharing those things with me, we're sort of noticing some patterns between learning about these different archetypes and the dreams and the common theme that I've been experiencing. And anyway, reading into that, I just had this moment of where I just burst into tears because I had this realization of this real deep fear that I've, sorry guys, I'm getting emotional because I didn't realize that I had it. And I kind of saw myself in this opposite way and this opposite realm. And what I've come to discover is that the very thing that we fear the most in our lives, because we avoid it, because we don't take ownership of it, it ends up manifesting in our lives and we're oblivious to it. And, you guys have heard me talk about how my number one value is depth of connection above all else. And it's what I've started stepping much deeper into, but I've just been able to unravel how I've been getting in my own way and preventing myself from living in that number one value. And it's been I've only just tapped into it. So what I'm sharing with you guys right now is real and raw, and it's very much in the moment. And I've got a lot of work to do on this topic, and I know that I'm going to go on this massive growth journey, and I cannot wait to share with you guys what I find and how that can be helpful for you guys out there as well. So bear with me as I just kind of tap into this very surface level of what I'm currently shining light on, and it's this huge trajectory for me and my growth. And anyway, so I've uncovered this little piece of it and made this realization. And another thing that I came to the discovery of is just how when we shine light on our deepest fears and we actually get attached to that thing, or we acknowledge maybe for the first time what scares us the absolute most. Like I'm absolutely terrified at this fear that I have. And I didn't know that I had it. Like, I didn't know that I had that level of terror within me and fear within me, that I've been wearing these rose-colored glasses around, and ultimately I've just finally today acknowledged this small piece of what that is. And I'm excited, but I'm totally in the moment, and I'm totally scared about what I've just uncovered. And but what I've really realized is that when we shine light on what really terrifies us, we finally get into this position of not only freedom, because it's so freeing when you uncover and build awareness around even the scariest things. It's totally freeing, but also I've actually uncovered that when we do shine light on it, we reflect back on our experience and our journey so far, and we actually make a realization that we have known the entire time. It's nothing new. It's just that we've been suppressing it, and we've been trying to put on these rose-colored glasses and avoid it. And I can now pinpoint these every single moment in my life where I've realized this. And it's actually pretty much from my first memories that I can pinpoint this block, this wall that I've put up to the world that has prevented me from actually really experiencing the depths of my number one value, which is depth of connection. And it's a really scary thought to finally realize that I have been getting in my own way to what I value most, what matters most. And I know that each and every one of us, we all have this. It is just the question as to whether you are willing to face reality, whether you are willing to take off those rose-colored glasses, take an honest, authentic look. And I thought I had, but I'm telling you guys that there is a new layer. And if you are in a state of confusion, if you are in a state of knowing that there's something deeper within you that you know you have to give, to experience, to share, and you're kind of stuck in that realm of like, well, what is it? Or where do I go from here? Or you feel limited or trapped in any way. My message to you is that you are the only person in your way, and every single wall that we put up in order to protect ourselves, you know, every time we're holding back to seek that space where we finally feel safe enough to share that depth of who we are the person who put those walls up, who put those blocks up. And we might have been very well intentioned that we wanted to protect who we are ourselves. We wanted to, you know, just, you know, it comes from that great place and wanting so badly to give our all, but being so scared and terrified to do so that we put up those walls to protect ourselves. But ultimately those same walls that we put up to protect ourselves become the same walls that completely imprison us to experience what matters most to our soul. And I'm in that process, and like you guys always hear me say, I know I've got so far to go. And you know, isn't that the beauty of life, that we never quite make it, that there's always that next layer, that there's always that next wall to take down. And it's not so much a getting to the next level as it is a taking away of the walls and blocks that we've put towards what we've already always known. Innately, we have that connection to what matters most to us. Innately, we have that connection to our true gifts, our true potential. And it's not that we have to gain anything extra in the external. It's really that we have to pull down and take away all of those egoic barriers and barricades that we've put up that limit ourselves. And nobody else is going to be that hero. Nobody else is going to be that knight in shining armor that breaks down those barricades, that pulls down those walls for us. We have to do that. And sorry guys, this is a very emotional live for me, because like I said, I'm coming to you in the moment of these realizations, and it's real and raw, but I'm gonna be going on this journey, and I know I've got a lot of value to uncover for myself and to share with you guys, in the hope that it can help fast track your success, your breakthroughs, and your growth. And removing the blocks that we all have to our potential. Remember, it is not something that you have to gain in the external. There is nobody in the external world who is going to remove these blocks for you. You have to be your own leader, and you have to be the own breaker, the person who breaks down those walls and barricades to unleash your greatness that you've always had and you always have the answers to. You just have to get out of your own way. And I'm hoping that today's message is, as always, I'm hoping that it resonates with you guys. I hope that it's not too low energy or too emotionally draining for you guys. And I really hope that, me sharing from this place, usually what I like to do is share with you guys my journey from a place of strength and courage and vulnerability, but from a place of looking back, reflecting on the growth so that I can help see how could I fast track that? What advice could I give my past self to help them break through and to have clarity sooner? And today's message is very different to that. So I still hope that this is resonating with you guys because I'm in the middle of it, and I want to share authentically with you because at the end of the day, true freedom is authenticity, and we only get to authenticity by removing the blocks and having the courage to share, but knowing when the right time to share is. And I hope that this is resonating with you guys. I have so much love for you guys out there, and if I can share my experience with you in the hope that it does help in some way, then that's what I do, So I'm going to just shut up and stop talking now. I feel like I'm rambling in this kind of emotional state of being, but I definitely want to hear from you guys. I would love to hear if you have some sort of experience that is coming up for you right now that you want to share with us here in this space. I'd love to hear from you, and absolutely, if you always have those questions, you guys know how much I get revved up, and I love being challenged by random questions, so hit me with them. And I want to check in and see who's been able to join me. I've got Jeremy and Samia and Navnet and Hassani and Aiden and Tumas and Robin and Laura and Peter and Kenny and Todd and Rashed and Miron and Mike. And hello to you, Peter and Todd. This is so relevant to me right now. Oh, that's so awesome, Todd. I'm loving that this is relevant to you. Diana's here, and Shandy and Alona and Eleanor and Stephen and Joan and Elaine and Shandy and Jason's here, and Haru and Shandy. Thank you for your kind compliments there. And Maria's here, and Jared's in the house. I love it. And Shandy, you do not deserve to be hurt. Oh, thank you. Exactly. But yeah, that's a great, none of us deserve to feel that hurt, I guess. I really want to talk into that with you, Shandy. And what I would say is that, this pain or this, it's not even pain to me. It's just like, it's kind of like this weird combination of excitement and terror. It's like this combination. It's like excitement of like what's ahead and what growth potential there is, combined with an absolute terror I don't think I've ever felt in my life before, owning this little piece. And I know that there is so much growth to be had, and even in the hurt that we experience, I welcome it because I know that is our pathway to power. When everything is viewed through rose-colored glasses and we don't take ownership or acknowledge those scary parts of ourselves, we stay limited, we keep ourselves stuck. And even if we feel happy or positive in the moment, there's that piece of us that always knows that it's not the full experience, and we have much more to give and experience and do and share and fulfillment to be enriched by. So I'm a big believer in having the full experience of the entire spectrum of human emotion, from depression and apathy to joy and, just ecstasy. And we need to have the full spectrum in order to experience it all and to really tap into true fulfillment. So I love you sharing here, Shandy. Thanks for being here. And And thank you for your kind words there, Haru and Rashed. Hi, Vanessa. I think you have vision. This time that the world meeting you, I believe you are the next world inspiration. Wow, Rashed. Just blowing me away. That is just such a kind compliment to I feel totally humbled. I don't even know how to respond to that, but I so appreciate you. And if these messages are inspiring to you, wow, does that make my life a fulfilling place to live in. So thank you so much, Rashed. I so appreciate you. And Scott and Angie and Chris and Shandy, God created you. Thank you so much. And thanks, guys, for the support there. And Rashid, thanks for being here. And Shandy, you are strong. You can. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Shandy. And Andrew and Joe and Vicky, thanks for being here. And Lucy's here. Lucy, let me know. I need to know how you're doing. I hope that you're on the improve. Sending much love and positive vibes to you. And Francesco and Stephen and Rio and Aliska. Aliska, I love that. Beautiful name. Stay strong, girl. We are with you. Thank you for everything you are doing for us. Sending much love and courage from Prague. Beautiful. It's a place I really want to get to, and I so appreciate you and your kind words there. You know, you guys give me an opportunity and a space to grow, and that's what I feel today is a bit more about. So I appreciate you guys being here to give me that platform and that opportunity for a new level of my growth. And I really hope that this message helps you to do the same as well. So much love to you, Aliska, and thank you so much for your kind words. And Aaron, it takes so much strength to go through such a real realization. Yeah, and you know what? My past self, I don't think could have dealt with it. And I want to have a shout out to my friend Jeremy, actually, who is really creating amazing space for me. Sorry, guys, to have this next level of my growth and get it together. But big shout out to that amazing, incredible human being who knows how to hold space for the individual to get to that next level. Incredible human being. And Tumis, hey Vanessa, ambition is the first step to success. The second step is action. Most people are happy with average, but I'm not most people. If you don't drive your business, you will be driven out of business. My motto is simply, I will not lose. Awesome. Tumis, I absolutely love that. And it is such an empowering mindset to have, to believe in yourself, to back yourself, to be your own leader, and to not settle, you know. Keep reaching, guys. You know, you're never going to totally get there, but don't let that put you off. I actually find that totally exciting. It excites me to know that I will look back on this moment in time a year from now and be like, whoa, I didn't even know that I was going to go on that growth path. And I know every single one of you guys out there who are listening to a video like this, who engage, who, are part of this community. I know you guys are just like that. And it is exciting. So I absolutely love you sharing your empowering words here, Tumis. And I love your motto, I will not lose. You cannot lose if you keep growing, you keep expanding, and you stop settling. Absolutely. And Fazia's here. I love it. And Hassani, love you sharing this, truly genuine and authentic. We're all on this journey of deeper self-discovery, and it's up to each and every one of us to have that self-reflection and find those areas where we need to grow the most. Thank you for the example that you are. Oh, not low energy at all, just real. Awesome. I appreciate you so much. Like I always say, Hassani, and thank you for being such an incredible, genuine, beautiful human being who shares, you know, your own growth journey that helps inspire so many. So keep doing what you're doing, and I so appreciate you. I'm so grateful that our paths have crossed. So thanks for being here, Hassani. You are a rock star. And Maria's here. Love your honesty. Very brave putting yourself out there before you have sorted it out in your head. Thank you so much, Maria. And it's a balancing act, you know, that one. I love the work of Brene Brown, and I love what she talks into, you know, into really where to share vulnerability. And I think that that's a pathway that each and every one of us needs to navigate ourselves. And I'm a big believer in sharing from a place of vulnerability, but like from a place of strength. Like when sometimes there's that difference between sharing vulnerably with this incessant need for our external environment to validate us and fill ourselves up, versus sharing from a place of vulnerability but strength, where we're sharing for the purposes of helping others. But part of what I discovered today was that I tend to give a lot, but where my growth is receiving. And I hadn't owned this. This is just a tiny part of what I discovered. And you guys are actually, right now, I just made this realization now that I'm receiving by sharing earlier than I normally would. It's not that I would hold back my experience, but I would generally not share with you guys until I feel like I've overcome that. You know, I'm ready to just like rock and roll. And I'm not there right now, you guys can see, but I do still feel like I'm coming from a place of strength, and maybe even more so strength, because I'm not holding back and I'm not expecting anything from you guys. But you guys are, I'm being open. You're giving me an opportunity to remain open to receive from you guys as well. So I guess that's part of my growth. So I appreciate you guys, and I so appreciate your kind words there, Maria. I love you being here, so thank you. And Rashad, I'm scared to talk to a crowd. The local election is 2018 in the Netherlands. I want to break my my patron. Okay, yes, I love that, Rashad. You know, we have to own what our deepest fears are. I would get you to really focus on, why is it that you're too scared to talk to a crowd? What are you making it mean? What would it mean? What is the worst thing that could happen? When we can really, you know, fully go down that path of fear and face it and not avoid it and not turn our back, we can actually really go there. That is where we overcome it. That is where we tap into what matters most to us as an individual. It is such a great pathway to power when we can face that fear. So I'm honoring your journey there, Rashad, and I know that you will grow past it and move past it. You just have to follow that fear with, you know, and trace it down and go to those deepest parts of you that absolutely terrify you. And you know, if you had come with me to that question yesterday, I would have had a different level of understanding than I do right now, because I've just actually faced something that I've gotten to a place of terror that I've actually never been before. So go for it, Rashad, and honoring your journey. Let us know how we can support you. I hope you're part of the Limitless Potential Inner Circle Facebook community, because that is such a great place for you to share what you're going through, what your fears are. We want to support, encourage, and challenge you to your next level of lowering down those barricades and stepping forth and unleashing your greatness. So definitely jump on and be a part of that if you're not already. And if you are, make sure you share in the group. We want to support you. And thank you so much for your kind words there, Shandy. And Ashley's here, Jonas and Radu, lovely to see you. And Johan, Vanessa, darling, thanks, love you being here. And Stacy and Maggie and Philippe, so much love to you. And Hassani, yes, sending love to Lucy, beautiful Lucy. And Savula's here, and Jenny, love it. I only heard some of this, but I do resonate with it. The past few minutes, it is so hard. Been doing breakthroughs of worst fears, doing police reports and healing from trauma. So this is true, step by step, to get out of fear and step through the blockages. Absolutely, Jenny. I love that what you've heard so far has resonated with you. I hope that you listen to this full message and you get something of inspiration and power from today's message. And I love you sharing your journey here. And it's so great that you are engaging in this community. Such a beautiful human being you are, Jenny. And thank you for your kind words there, Shandy, and Josue, and Scott's here, and Todd. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Love you, sweet sister. So much love to you, Todd. Absolutely appreciate you. And Johan, I'm happy to see you as well. And Jolene, thanks for being here. And Josh, embrace every emotion within you and learn from it. Thanks for sharing. Absolutely. The whole spectrum. There's so much value to be had. Absolutely, Josh. Thank you. And Radu. When we are trying something different than others, we don't get support. On contrary, most people are trying to make us feeling miserable. Yeah, well, you know what, Radu? I'm a big believer that we are just mirrors for other people. So anytime that we feel like others are threatened by us, they're trying to do something to us, it's really just their own fears talking. And you know, sometimes when we step forth with courage and we follow our dreams, it alerts people around us, that it kind of shines light on those parts of them that they're not stepping into their greatness, and they're limiting their own selves. And sometimes that's why they want to keep us small, but we have to remain that leader. And the more consistent we can be in being that leader for ourselves despite the external world, then ultimately we can get to a place where we inspire others to do the same. And there is no greater gift than, you know, being able to know that your life made a meaningful difference in the lives of others, and all those incredible people who inspire our hearts at the greatest level, you know, they were doing great things despite the external world's, you know, trying to pull them down. So I love that you have that awareness, Radu, and you're on that journey of, you know, following your heart, following your power, and removing those blocks and not letting the external world pull you down to their level, and being a reacher, not a settler, and showing others what is possible. You are so appreciated, Radu. Thank you. And Natalie's here, and Shandy. Life is hard and not easy, but I'm much harder and not easy to beat. Love it. Whatever happens, enjoy this life. Remove tears. Give your smile. Sometimes the most beautiful smile comes after a tear wound. Absolutely. And life is beautiful. If we do not entrust our problem to God, we leave our problem to Him. Yeah, I love it, Shandy, and I so appreciate you sharing your words of wisdom here. Much love to you, and Leica and Kamal and Johan and Joe and Marlon and Johan. Yes, am I in love? Yeah, well, love is just such a state of being that I feel is our truth. So I'm always trying to be in love, always, in every moment. And Wayne and Makram, I hope you catch the recording, Makram, if you weren't quite getting what this video is about, and get a ton of value from it. And Colin's here, and much love to you, Kamal, and Ozra, and Hassani, appreciate you. And Jeremy, it's an absolute honor to be on this journey with you. I so appreciate you, you absolute superstar. And Joe, you are shining light on a hill. I love it. And Ty and Maria and Shandy from Indonesia. I love that. I've been to Indonesia a couple of times. Great place. And Jenny, can't see or hear you now, but looking forward to seeing the replay. Awesome. And Radu, Vanessa, fact that you are arrived yet and help us to grow means a lot. We have the picture that any coach is perfect and make rest of us feeling small, unperfect. Wow, Radu, that is such a brilliant thing to talk about, because absolutely, you know, the amount of people that I get on calls with and speak to, and I open up and share with my coaching clients, have all given me this same feedback, which is they're kind of shocked when I open up and I express like those, you know, those parts of me that I haven't, you know, those fears that I have and all of those things. And in actual fact, I think that helps people progress, because they see that us coaches or whoever they're learning from, you know, we're real people who have the same struggles, you know, and when we put people on this high pedestal, like they're kind of superhuman and they must have no problems and their life must be perfect, we limit ourselves because we feel like, oh, that's great for them, they can have that growth, but I'm different, I struggle. And I think that is such a beautiful message, and thank you for bringing that up, Radu, that each and every one of us, you know, it's our obligation to humanity to share our struggles so that we can actually help and support others. You know, not sharing our struggles from a point of victimization and limitation and stuckness, but actually sharing struggle and showing that we can grow from this, and there is power in being vulnerable and not pretending. You know, Life is meant to be lived from a true place of authenticity, not limitation and pretense. Like, we can't touch hearts when we live in this perfect world or try and create a perfect persona. We have to share from a place of strength, though, not victimization. So I love that, Radu. I so appreciate you. And Jalal, thank you so much for being here. And Shandy, yes, I'm seeking for someone to help me so that someday I will be the someone to help some other one. I love that. God created you to be in the world. You are in the world to fulfill a specific mission. Absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful quote that you put there. Shandy, appreciate that. And Ashara, thanks for being here. And Amber and Rebecca and Suzanne and Shandy, God is with us all. Your smile reminds me of someone in love. Absolutely. And Sadran, thank you for being here. And Byron and Ramon and Shandy, myths, legends, and stories are the signposts previous generations have left us so we don't have to figure out our own personal journey in solitude. Absolutely. And isn't that what life is about? I really believe that life is about growing ourselves and, you know, getting to that next level of our limitless potential, but reaching back and helping to fast track the success of others. That is the evolution of humanity and the beauty that we have to offer others. So I so resonate with that, Shandy. And Safan, thanks for being here. And Ravi and Leica and Bayu and Spady and Mercedes and Maria. So real. Love, love, love. Much love to you. And Shandy, it is good to have an end to journey toward, but it is the journey that matters in the end. I love that. Awesome. And Deanne, awesome to see you. And Safon, right, great to hear this. Awesome. And Tim's here. And Mercedes, good night to you. And Todd, I love what you just said. You are such a rock star. Oh, thanks, Todd. I don't know what I said, but I'm grateful that it resonated with you. And likewise, you absolute rock star of a human being. Gabrielle's here. I love it. And Julio and Gerardo and Linda from Dublin. I always love seeing you pop up here. And Mercedes from Spain. I love it. And Jeannie's here. And Stefan and Diane from Idaho. I love it. And Hassani. Love that. Share not from a place of victimization, but of strength. Absolutely. So guys, I really hope that today's message wasn't too emotional and all over the joint today for you guys. I hope that it wasn't too low energy. I hope that you gained a ton of value from today's message. I hope that it was helpful for me to share in and amongst the journey instead of a place of reflection. And yeah, I really just want to be of value. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys so much for being here, for engaging, for your encouragement, for you sharing your experiences. You guys rock my world like I always say, but I totally mean. And if you haven't already, make sure that you come on over and join the Limitless Potential Inner Circle Facebook community where we can share vulnerably, courageously, get to a new level of our growth potential and ability to contribute to the lives of others. We'd love to have you a part of that. So make sure you join if you haven't already. And if you are in there, make sure that you are sharing and utilizing the power of those beautiful like minds, to get that support, encouragement, and challenge that you need to unlock a new level of your growth and potential. And Josie, thanks for just joining. I hope you guys who are just joining right now catch the recording, get a ton of value from today's message. I am sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. You mean the world to me. I'm sending you all of my love and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. So any questions, any comments, any feedback, let me know. I'd love to hear from you and I'll see you guys tomorrow.